Wardrobe for the Coach's Corner has been supplied by the Penn Hills Sports Shop on Frankstown Road in Penn Hills. For all your team supplies, uniforms, trophy, and engraving, see Larry at the Penn Hills Sports Shop in the Municipal Plaza across from the police station on Frankstown Road in Penn Hills. Give him a call at 412-795-3636. The Penn Hills Sports Shop on Frankstown Road in Penn Hills. From the Bill Frelick Athletic Center at UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School, this is the Coach's Corner. This is sponsored by District Judge Len Romiak, along with the head coach of the Penn Hills Indians, Neil Gordon. I'm Bill Navari. Neil, last week you went into McKeesport and you said that it was the final non-conference game of the year and you wanted to see what your kids were made of. Obviously not the way you wanted to see the game turn out, but what did you learn from last week?
Well, we didn't quit. Got down 21-0 very early. I think 6 minutes gone in the first quarter. But we battled pretty well. We battled in the third quarter and battled in the fourth quarter and got stuck on offense a couple times, but then came back and were able to put together a couple little drives there. So there were some positives. As I mentioned to you last week, you need to play, at least in my mind anyway, you need to play a team like McKeesport or a North Allegheny or a Gateway or somebody like that before you go into conference play if you don't know what your team's made of. If you have 9, 10 starters returning and so forth, you might want to play a puppy and get that big win and get a confidence builder before you go into conference play. But if you're putting new people at just about every position, which we are, I think you need to be in a war and see which kids you're capable of going to war with. I don't think in all the years that I've coached here, I don't think I've had as many question marks at positions at this point of the season as I do now. And last week helped me find out a little bit about the speed and the toughness and the character of some of the kids. So obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it to end. We would like to go to win, but we learned a lot, and hopefully we'll be significantly better because of it.
If you look back at last week's game, you're down 33-0 with about 8 minutes to go in the first half. And it seemed as if it was going to be the first time in Penn Hills history that the mercy rule was going to be kicked in against you. But the team came back. You scored 3 straight touchdowns, so actually make a game of it. Then you drop 3 touchdown passes. You don't make an opportunity when you recover a fumble in McKeesport territory, and you give up a couple of breakaway runs against McKeesport. So although you lost by, I think it turned out to be 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns, the game really didn't seem to be as lopsided as maybe the score would have indicated. So you mentioned that kids just didn't quit last week. Now this week you're going up against a team, real different kind of team in the Kiski Area Cavaliers. Now, they're a team that doesn't have a lot of breakaway running. They like to throw the ball, especially screens. Having that attitude as far as not quit and keeping it in there, do you think maybe looking back at last week to stay in a game like that as a real positive?
Well, I hope so. Like I had mentioned and I've alluded to a number of times, I think the best thing that happened to our football team last year was getting humiliated at North Hills. For some reason, they just came back and they rallied and they worked a little bit harder, and they just kind of made a pact among themselves that this isn't going to happen to us again, and it didn't. And last week, they weren't real happy with it, obviously, and it wasn't the score or anything like that. They just got beat up, and they knew they got beat up, and we really didn't have to dwell a lot on that Saturday morning. And we've worked fairly well at practice this week, and hopefully they're going to have that mindset and that taste in their mouth from last Friday and be able to show something tomorrow night. It's going to be a completely opposite scenario. As you mentioned, Kiski doesn't have the 3 or 4 kids that can fly like McKeesport did. McKeesport has a quarterback that can throw the ball but doesn't. Kiski has a quarterback who's one of the best in the state of Pennsylvania. And he does throw the ball, and he's got some wide outs, and they run meticulous patterns. So our emphasis on trying to stop the run 99% of the time last week is now almost completely shifted because we need to stop the pass now. But that's part of the game. We've changed our schemes and how we've approached things, and we need to watch for the screens and watch for the draws and rush in our lanes and not give Vic. Vic has, if you give him the corner, he'll take it. He's fairly mobile, and they throw the ball way down the field. So last week when our corners were and safeties were run, and getting off stock blocks and coming to the line of scrimmage, it's going to be just the opposite for them now. Now they're getting out. So, it's two different game plans and two completely different offensive types, and we're going to see what happens.
Last year, Kiski Area came into here with high hopes for last season. They're giving you guys fits early until Josh Vick tore some cartilage in his knee, some ligaments in his knee out here, and that kind of ended their season last year. Now he's back and healthy. Again, a lot of promise, a lot of high hopes out there in Kiski, and obviously they're looking at maybe a little bit of revenge from last season.
Yeah, in most years in this conference, you would think that give Woodland Hills a playoff spot and give Penn Hills a playoff spot and give Gateway a playoff spot, and then let Kiski, Plum, and Fox Chapel vie for that fourth spot. This year it's obviously not the same. Tomorrow night, a very good Kiski team going against a struggling Penn Hills team, a very, very testy, tough, and scrappy Plum team going against Gateway. And Fox Chapel, who's had a couple wins in the last couple of weeks, going against the Woodland Hills team that has yet to taste a win. So, who knows what's going on tomorrow night? It could be the three perennial have-nots beating the three perennial haves. I just don't know. It's hard to tell this early in the season. Kiski played Cannon Mac and Kiski played Seneca Valley, teams that we're not that familiar with their strengths and weaknesses. So it's kind of hard to gauge, Kiski's overall strength and speed and so forth, because we really don't know what the competition has been like. So, once we start getting into these conference games, we're going to find out a little bit. But tomorrow night's going to be a telltale sign of things to come in this conference. Is it going to be something that's a total upheaval of what's going on, or are things going to remain the same?
When you look at Kiski, their offense, as Josh Vick goes, so go the Cavaliers. This is a kid who can throw the ball, and he can throw the ball deep, and he can throw the ball downfield. But if you look at what they've done so far this season, it seems like they've primarily relied on the screen passes and the outs to the sideline. Obviously, that's in your defensive scheme, defending that. But how much of it do you tell these kids not to gamble so much on the screen pass and get burnt deep?
Well, yeah. You have certain assignments, and if you have deep third, you got to go deep third. If you have flat, you got to go flat. If somebody gets caught in the wrong place, they're going to beat you with either of them. If that corner bites on an out or something like that, Vic has the capabilities and the receivers to throw the ball 60 yards down the field for 6. If you have flat responsibility and you start drifting off into the deep third, they're going to throw that pop screen out there and get 10, 20, 30 yards or so. So I think it's important that we try to disguise things for Vic so he doesn't see something pre-snap, and just try to play disciplined football. This is a game about this. It's a game about tackling and blocking and so forth, but it's also a game of discipline. You can have all the studs on your side, but if they're not in the right place and not doing what they're supposed to do, then you got problems. And I think McKeesport was a perfect example last week. McKeesport did things meticulously, didn't make a mistake on offense, and we made some mistakes, and it opened gaping holes, and we paid the price. So same scenario tomorrow night. If we play disciplined football and we're where we're supposed to be, it'll be a little bit difficult on Vic and the Kiski kids. But if we make a mistake, they have the capability, albeit different than the way McKeesport did it, but they have the capability to take it all the way in a second too.
Traditionally, when you look at the Indians, as the running game goes, so go the Penn Hills Indians. This year, the running game has struggled. We've talked week in and week out about the inexperience and the injuries on your offensive line. How is the offensive line coming together, both as a unit and physically healing?
Well, they're not physically healing at all. Things have gotten significantly worse than last week. Taylor Adams, who is our sophomore center, has a bad ankle and probably won't play. And our backup center has been our tackle, Corey Kircher. And, we worked Kircher at center and then moved somebody into Corey's tackle, and 2 days ago Corey tore his MCL and broke his thumb. So Corey is out for 2, 3, or 4 weeks. Taylor Adams is not playing, so we have no center. As of the end of practice on Tuesday, we had no center. So I think that one of the keys to the offensive line, the young kids on the offensive line developing, was that they were all going to remain healthy and the same 5 being there for every snap throughout the year, and that's not the case. Injuries are part of the game. We have to deal with it, and I'm sure Kiski and everybody else has them too. But we have them in an area that we're not real excited about having them. Chris Perry, the tight end, who plays outside linebacker, broke his leg. He's also our long snapper. So we've lost our long snapper, our outside linebacker, and our tight end. And that needs to be replaced. And the kids that we were starting with in the beginning were lacking experience. So you can imagine what the kids that we're putting in here now have experience-wise. But, it's part of the game. We're going to put 11 out there, and we're going to battle and see what happens.
I always mention to the offensive linemen that they never get their names called unless they have a penalty or something against them, but yet they're the ones that always open the holes for the running backs, the Thompsons, the Straders, the Shafinos. You can go down the list of all the running backs that have been here at Penn Hills who've always had their name called. Now it's kind of like you're saying, you see just how important that offensive line is, and you always mention every year as the Indians offensive line goes, that's how the Indians running game will go.
Well, I've been an offensive line coach all my life, and that's what I do, and there'll be people that will disagree with me, obviously, but I agree that the offensive line, not that Victor and Dwayne and, all those kids weren't great running backs, and we've certainly had our share, if not more than anybody in the WPIL. But we've had some good linemen, and there's been some holes. And, there's that age-old question, which would you rather have, the line and no skilled kids and no speed in the backfield, or would you like to have those great ones in the backfield and no line? People disagree with me. I want the Hogs. I want the Hogs up front.
It's amazing how a great offensive line can make even a mediocre running back look good.
Yeah, I mean, there were times in Andy Urbanic's day when we didn't have running backs the caliber of Victor Strader and Dwayne Thompson, and Aaron Williams, and even Blakeman and some of these kids that we have now. They were slower, and they weren't as big, and they weren't as strong. But you look at some of the pictures in the weight room of some of those practices and some of those games and see the holes that they saw as soon as they got the ball. It's impressive. So the team that has both is the team that you're going to see at Heinz Field. The team that has one or the other is going to struggle at some point in time. If a team understands that you can't run the ball, then they're just going to empty that box and stop you from passing the ball so you can't do anything. If a team knows that you have the capability of running it and you can't throw it, then they're going to load the box and stop you from running it. The team that has both and the capabilities to do both is the team that's going to move on.
Well, let's hope the offensive line can make you smile come Saturday morning watching the films, and that you're able to start conference play with a victory against Kiski. Let's talk about the 3 seniors this week.
Yeah, one of the linemen, Doug Smith, has been starting on the defensive side of the ball all season. He's a senior. He's been with us all along, and he's fought the wars of scout team and practice squad team and so forth, and it was his turn to step in, and he has certainly stepped in. He's played the line of scrimmage very, very well in the preseason in the last 5 weeks, and he's become a player for us. And he's got strength, he's got some size, 2 things that we're lacking a little bit up front, but Doug has them both, and he's moved up and down the line of scrimmage well. He's put pressure on the quarterback, which he's going to have to do tomorrow. And he's played with his head. He's played his assignment football. And when he was supposed to pinch or step out or do this or responsible for this gap or that, 99% of the times Doug's been doing what he has been told to do. So Doug is a pleasant surprise for us this year. And knock on wood that he is, because there's not a lot of pleasant surprises yet on those fronts. Second was Chris Henry. Chris Henry and these receivers, I think they thought when they came into camp that, oh, geez, I'm the 5th receiver on the depth chart, or I'm the 6th receiver on the depth chart. Little did they know that we're using 4, 5, and 6 receivers now, and trying to get ourselves a little bit established, try to keep DJ Wilds on defense and try to use another offense. And Chris is one of those receivers from the time we went to the Upper St. Clair pass camp this summer that has possessed great abilities to run good patterns, has good hands, has decent speed, and just helps us in the passing game. I wish Chris Henry was 6'3", 270 pounds and was a lineman, because he has that great offensive mentality as a lineman. He's a tough kid. He's a disciplined kid. He's a great student. But he's one of the many wideouts that we use, and his abilities are shown out there quite well and quite often. And the third is Herbie Hart. Herbie is a 3-year man. He's been with us the whole time. Herbie's a great kid. I love him to death. And he's one of those kids that in practice, when you're asking for a scout team kid to come, Herbie's ripping pennies off other kids and running in there, although he's a senior and shouldn't have to do that. But Herbie's, you got to take him out to get him off the field. He's played tight end for us, but more importantly, he's played a lot of outside linebacker for us up until this point in time, and has good quickness. And he's a little guy for an outside linebacker, but he brings a lot. He's got quickness, he's got explosion, and he's pretty strong for the skinny little guy that he is. But Herbie's the kind of guy, as are the other two, the kind of guys that you have to sit and be proud of, that they're part of the team, and when they graduate, at least you can say that, oh boy, I had the opportunity to be with these kids and work with these kids, and myself and my staff, we're better people because of it. So got 3 good seniors, 3 that we're very proud of, 3 that the district should be proud of, and I'm happy to present them to you and to the audience.
Well, we look forward to talking with them. We look forward to talking with you again next week, hopefully as a 1-0 in the conference, and best of luck to you, and stay healthy this week.
Thanks, Billy.
Coming up next, our Seniors of the Week, as the Coach's Corner continues here on Comcast. Our Seniors of the Week, Chris Henry, Herbie Hart, and Doug Smith of the 2007 Penn Hills Indians. Chris, let's start with you. The Indians struggling a little bit this year, but coming into this week against Kiski, records are out the door. You're 0-0. What are you guys looking for against the Cavaliers?
Well, like you said, we're just starting the conference 0-0. I mean, we're just looking for that first win, get the conference started off right, and start out on top.
The Indians, you think you'll be able to, the offensive line and everything, maybe we'll get that more towards Chris on at that end, but getting the running game going and being effective, offensively against Kiski.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the running game going and just see if it could help us out at all.
Of course, as a receiver, you don't mind the passing game either, though, right?
No, I like that. I like the passes, but, I mean, you need the run game to help out, so, yeah, hopefully we can get that going.
I just want to know how, this week, any of the receivers kind of razzed Tommy a little bit about dropping that throwback pass?
Nah, not really. I mean, it was a hard game. People made mistakes. It happens. So.
Okay. But you guys still look like you're having fun out there and at least enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you. Herbie, we talk offensively, but it seems to me watching you play that you kind of like the defensive side of the ball a little bit more in its outside linebacker position. I mean, you like coming up and hitting people, don't you?
Yeah, I like hitting and all that. Like, try to have it and stuff.
Against Kiski this week, I mean, they got a good quarterback in Josh Vick. He can throw deep, but he also likes to throw them little passes, little screens, and little short passes out in the flat. That's going to be something that a linebacker, especially an outside linebacker like you, is really going to have his eyes open for. You preparing yourself for that for this week against Kiski?
Yeah, I'm going to hold it and stuff like that. I'm going to hold it down.
Now, whenever you watch the quarterback in there, I mean, obviously you have to watch for the run too. What is the thing that you really look for, whether or not he's going to, whether the team's going to run or pass? Is it something in the blocking, something the quarterback does, the receivers do? Or you just look for where the ball goes?
Yeah, just
Just look for the ball goes.
Behind it.
Okay. I mean, you look for when you get out, hit somebody though this week, right?
Yeah, looking. Yeah, looking.
All right. Best of luck to you. And Doug, we mentioned we talked to Chris a little bit about the running game and the passing attack. Obviously, as the Indians' offense is going to go, it's going to be how the offensive line goes. How you guys coming together and, you guys pulling it all to get the running game going and to protect Tommy?
This week we really went hard, so I think our offensive line is getting much better. Corey Kirshner got hurt, and that's a big loss. But I think the way we practiced this week, we really tried our best, and I think we really forming as a team now.
Does Kiski throw anything against you, looking at throwing something against you defensively that you haven't seen yet, or are they pretty basic?
Just the passes. We need to work on screens, but otherwise they're basic.
No, I meant, Kiski's defense against, the Indian offense. Is it just, nothing out of the ordinary to prepare for?
Not really. Maybe like they do a stack blitzes, and if we could handle that, I think we should dominate the running game. We could take care of the game pretty easily.
What can we, what are we going to see Doug Smith do after he graduates from Penn Hills High School?
I want to go to college, probably a local college. I want to study pre-law, maybe a lawyer or something.
Well, best of luck to you. Herbie, what are your plans for after high school? You looking at school or just heading out in the working world?
Yeah, I might head out to college, but right now, I don't know right now. But
anything in particular you'd like to study?
No, not right now. I don't have nothing right now.
You don't know what you want to be when you grow up yet?
Don't
worry, I don't either.
It's want to build and all that, and that's all.
You want to be like a contractor or something, like build houses or things like that?
Uh-huh.
Well, best of luck to you and in your senior year. Chris, same question. You get to prepare for it here for a couple of seconds. What are we going to expect from you after you graduate, and what are your plans?
I'm definitely going to college. I'm not sure where yet. Probably going to study psychology. So, yeah.
Well, best of luck to you, and best of luck to all you guys, not only this week, for the rest of the season, and for what you guys do after you guys leave Penn Hills. Our seniors of the week, Chris Henry, Herbie Hart, and Doug Smith of the 2007 Penn Hills Indians. Coming up next, conference play begins. The Penn Hills Indians go out to Vandergrift to take on the Kiski Area Cavaliers, and it's coming your way next here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. From historic Davis Field in Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, tonight, the Quad East Conference opener, the Penn Hills Indians and the Kiski Area Cavaliers. A very pleasant Friday evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along as tonight the Indians take their 1-3 record on the road to come in here to Kiski country, Cavalier country, if you will, to take on the upstart 3-1 Kiski Area Cavaliers. We all know how the Indians have done 1-3, only win this season against the North Hills Indians. The Kiski Area Cavaliers opened 2-0 with wins at Butler, then home here against Cannon McMillan, lost at Seneca Valley, and then nipped the Hempfield Spartans last Friday night right here at Davis Field, 22-21, and the Kiski Area Cavaliers are off to a 3-1 start. The Cavaliers are led by their quarterback, number 16, Joshua Vick. 6'3", 202-pound senior, can throw a football. Last year, as you may remember, as the Cavaliers visited Uhas McGinley Stadium, he was giving the Indians fits early, and then on a scramble, he blew out his knee. Nobody touched him. He just slipped on the field and blew out his knee. That ended his season, but it's good to see that Vick has been able to return here for his senior season. The big question for the Indians, the offensive line. Injuries, inexperience, you name it. That which could go wrong has gone wrong for the Indians on their offensive line. The only starter coming back, Corey Kircher, knee damage. Tore an MCL on the final play of practice on Tuesday. He'll be gone anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. He also has torn ligaments on his thumb. He'll be looking at surgery after the season. But the big injury, that torn MCL, 2 to 6 weeks for big Corey Kircher, the leader of the offensive line. And the Indians pretty much put it, I think they asked Bob and me up here to go out and play offensive line this week. That's how much they're hurting. But the Indians certainly are going to need some help up front. They need to run the football. If the Indians are looking for any kind of success, they're going to need to try to run the football to keep the pressure off Tommy Fulton, who's been passing very well, but the Indians ordinarily maybe throw 10, 15 times a game at the most in the past history. In fact, there are times they've never thrown, but Fulton throwing 20, 30, 40 times a game. The Indians just aren't going to get it done that way, unless the Indians' running game gets underway. And some big injuries, even Teddy Blakeman injured this week. So Tommy Fulton and the Indian offense will be having their work cut out for them. Chris Perry last week broke his fibula. He's going to be gone for a few weeks. Wearing number 6 now is Mike Farraco. And he'll be doing the kickoffs. So the Cavaliers will be moving left to right. The gold helmets, the blue jerseys, blue pants with the gold trim. Indians, the gold helmets, the white jerseys, and the red pants. Fracco's kick up. It'll be taken about the 13-yard line. And the Cavaliers' Tyler Emerson will return it out to about the 32-yard line. Give the tackle on the play to Cullen Christian. And the Cavaliers will take over at their own 33. 15 yards on the return. And the Indian defense will take to the field.
First and 10 for the Cavaliers. Down 33.
Vick up under center. Toss to the near side. With some room to run up across the 40, the 45. Finally ridden out of bounds. Stephon Thompson will drop Brett Williams. Not until Williams gets up across the 45 to the 46-yard line. 13 yards and a first down for Brett Williams. Vick from the shotgun, looks downfield, man, he wants to, is covered, and Vick is hit and fumbles the football, and it's fallen on. It's recovered by the Cavaliers. Knocking it out was Barry Morrison. But Zach Murdoch of the Cavaliers able to fall on it. It'll be a loss back to the, they mark it at the 34-yard line. So it's actually a 12-yard loss. So it'll be second down and 22 for the Cavaliers. Vick was looking downfield, but his man was covered, and they'll keep it on the ground again. Man, the workhorse from the backfield, Brett Williams. He'll get up to the 40, he'll pick up 6, and it'll be third down and a long way to go for the Indians. Teddy Blakeman, the tackle for the Indians. Good to see he's back out on the field. Nurses some injuries. Vick does not use a shotgun. Man in motion coming near side. He's going to roll under pressure from behind. And as he throws, the ball's popped in the air. Caught by Morrison at the 27. And he's going to rumble in for an Indian touchdown. He was under pressure from behind. It looked like Dante Brown came in on the coverage. Hit, the ball popped into the air. Barry Morrison, the intercepted fumble return for a touchdown. And the Indians get on the board first. Farraco to try the point after. And a flag comes in. I don't think Barry Morrison knew what to do with it once that ball came into his hands. He just kind of looked there for a second. Okay, he almost fumbled, almost stumbled. But rumbled the 27 yards for the Indian touchdown, and they take the early lead. 10-17 to go here in the first quarter. Fracco's kick is blocked. 10-17 to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 6, Kiski Area nothing here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. So Fracco for the second time in the game, kicking off. Kickoff high, short. From the 24-yard line, again, Tyler Emerson. And Emerson finally brought down at the 39-yard line. Tackle on the play by the Indians, Devon Taylor. And Tommy Pryor in also to make the tackle. So twice, Vic was hit and the ball popped loose. First time, Cavaliers fell on it. Second time, the Indians, Barry Morrison caught it, returned it for a touchdown. The Indians up 6-0. Toss, near side. Keeping it on the ground. It's Cavaliers' Brett Williams, tackle on the play by Barry Morrison.
Again, a 3 on the play, second down and 7 from the 42.
A beautiful facility here at Davis Field. Williams again tries to cut left, and coming up is Blakeman to take the legs out from right under him. No gain on the play for Williams, and Teddy Blakeman is on fire here early. And it'll be third down. We'll call it 6. Clock running, 9:10 to go here. First period, Penn Hills 6, Kiski nothing. A defensive touchdown by the Indians, Barry Williams. Excuse me, Barry Morrison. I think a Brady Bunch here. Barry Morrison. To throw. Pass high. Cavaliers, James O'Quinn looking for a pass. Thompson on the coverage. And the Cavaliers are going to have to punt. Clock stops with 8:54 to go. Kadeem Williams will watch it hit at the 29-yard line and let it roll by him and go dead at the 24. 8:43 to go, first period, 6-0 Penn Hills over Kiski here on MSA and Comcast. So now up 6-0. The Indians offense will take the field for the first time. Tommy Fulton under center, power eye backfield. Fulton will throw, looking down the far sideline to pass. Just too far for Brandon Eiffel. And the Indians come out throwing, obviously. So now second down and 10 for the Indians. Nice vantage point we have here, high on the booth. On top of the press box. The facility's very close to the field, right on top of everything. Very nice atmosphere here. Backs will come out. Teddy Blakeman, the lone back behind Fulton now as you have twins in the slot. Fulton will throw under pressure. Gets away from one man, throws underneath in the pass. Too short for Mason. Closest man to it was Clark Cribbs of the Cavaliers, but Tommy Fulton, a nice job of evading the sack, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Fulton came out trying to throw on the run. Mason was open, but Fulton unable to get the pass in, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 8:32 to go. Eiffel and Brown will split to the far side of the field. Blakeman lone setback behind Fulton. Stephon Thompson in the slot. That's him in motion, going left to right. And it'll be an inside handoff to Thompson, and they're standing there waiting for him. Into the arms of Dallin Klein. 292 pounds of Dallin Klein. No gain on the play, and the Indians give this one back to the Cavaliers. Cavaliers will send 2 men back. And Blakeman will punt for the Indians. And Stephon Thompson on the fake will have a first down. Thompson across the 50-yard line. He's going to go down. Should be about the 49 of the Cavaliers. That's where they're going to mark him. 38-yard run on a fake punt. And the Indians get the first down. They do the direct snap to Thompson, and away he went. Caught the Cavaliers napping. And the Indians a first down at the 49. Washington and Eiffel to the near side of the field. I formation behind Tommy Fulton. Blakeman with some room. Blakeman to the near side across the 40. Cuts it back up the middle. Hit from behind. Drags Cavaliers to the 26-yard line. That's a 23-yard pickup for Blakeman and another Indian first down. And the Indians go with the no huddle. Again, I formation. Williams in front of Blakeman in the I. Twins to the near side. Lone receiver at the top of your screen. And it'll be Blakeman again. Blakeman inside the 25 down to the 22. 4 yards for Teddy. And again, the Indians, no huddle. Dante Brown up top. Washington and Eiffel split to the near side. Again, I formation. Looked like Williams moved early. Nothing called. And Launchy went towards Brown in the end zone. And he's unable to hold on to the ball. Oh, my. Dante Brown in the quarter, unable to hold on to it. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Indians. Now Fulton will slow things down, go to the sideline, get a play.
3rd down.
As the Indians take to a huddle here on 3rd and 6. 3 straight runs, 38, 23, and 4 yards. And Williams in front of Blakeman. Fulton looking towards Brown. Brown holds on to it this time. Breaks one tackle, breaks another one. Finally, the 3rd man will bring him down inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. 9 yards and a first down for Dante Brown. And the Indians move the sticks once again. Again, it's all set up. The Indians came out. Incomplete pass, incomplete pass. A run for no gain. It's 3rd and 10. The Indians do the direct snap to Stephon Thompson, who rumbles 38 yards to the 49-yard line. Teddy Blakeman, a 23-yard run, and then it's followed by a 4-yard run. And now Dante Brown, the 9-yard reception. He'll split wide to the near side, one-on-one. It'll be Blakeman. Follows the block of Williams. Flag comes in. Let's check the call. be a face mask call against the Cavaliers. It'll be half the distance to the goal. I think it's going to be an automatic first down.
Personal foul. Governor face mask. Right defense. Half the distance penalty. Remains first down.
Yes, it will be first and goal, Indians at the 7-yard line. Officials doing some discussing. Have backup quarterback Nick Boobin out there in the slot. Interesting. No, it will not be first and goal.
First down at the 7-yard line.
But they will repeat first down. It won't be first and goal. Fulton puts one up into the end zone, and Cavaliers unable to come up with it. Looked like he was hit as he threw the ball. Matt Landowski of the Cavaliers could not do the over-the-shoulder catch. And it'll bring up second down and 3. Indians are at the 6. They need to get inside the 3-yard line for a first and goal. Thompson in motion. It'll be Blakeman. And the Cavaliers are there. They submarined the line, did a nice job. And Blakeman, no gain on the play. It'll be third and 3.
Landowski declined on the stop. Loss of a yard on the play. It's third down and 4 from the 7.
Ryan Erickson coming in now for the Indians. That'll be the tight end on the right side of the line, I formation. Eiffel to the right, Brown to the left. Williams in front of Blakeman. Fulton will throw, looking, end zone, Brown. Unable to hold on to it. And it brings up fourth and goal. Ball to 7-yard line. They're saying Blakeman lost a yard on his carry. Indians keep the offense on the field.
That brings about a fourth down and 3 from the 7.
Dante Brown working his way off the field. And the officials point out that Brown's limping off over there, so they call timeout, give him time to make it up the sideline. So they'll check out Dante Brown on the far side of the field over by the sticks. Looks like he may have twisted an ankle. Fulton getting instructions. And here comes Dante Brown up the sideline. Fans are shaking the stands. Twins right. The Indians go with the end around, racing towards the corner of the end zone. No, he did not get in. Chris Darby to the 1-yard line. The Indians will turn it over on downs with 4:54 to go. At the 1-yard line. Holy cow. Darby just didn't get that ball out there quite far enough on a reach. No, they don't turn the ball over on downs. It's first down and first and goal at the 1. That's right. It wasn't first and goal after the penalty. So the Indians first and goal at the 1. Blakeman, right side. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Teddy Blakeman caps off the drive of 77 yards with a 1-yard run. The Indians will keep the offense on the field and go for the 2-pointer. That's right. Keep forgetting after that penalty, it wasn't first and goal. It was just repeat first down. So they had to get inside the 3-yard line for a first down. Darby made it to the 1. Thompson looking for some room. Oh, he did not get in. 4:48 to go. First quarter. Penn Hills 12, Kiski nothing. Here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Mike Faracco waiting for the football. Indians (13 plays, 77 yards. Teddy Blakeman, the 1-yard run. Key play, the Indians fake a punt on 4th down, on 4th and 10. Stephon Thompson goes 38 yards. The Indians keep the ball moving. Faracco's kick. Faracco kicks this one inside the 10. Brett Williams goes down at the 26. Tackle on the play, Terrell Washington. And the Cavaliers will start at their own 27. Cavaliers last possession 3 and out. First possession, Indians intercepted a fumble on a sack. Returned it for a touchdown, and Williams, no gain on the play. Coming up, making the tackle, busted through the line, Aaron Donald. And it'll be no gain. Old Aaron Donald. Don't call him Archie's little brother. Aaron Donald, 6'2", 215. Nothing little about Aaron. Vic throws, looks left side, has the pass complete. Looking for some room to go, and there isn't any. DJ Wild's on the coverage. James O'Quinn with the reception. Pick up about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Vic can throw downfield, but the majority of his passes are about right where you saw them, out in the flat. They like to throw the screens. So I think the Indians will let him throw underneath and give him the coverage, especially on a like 3rd and 5. They'll give him 3 yards, but now Twins to the near side, 2 backs, lone receiver up top. They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. They'll have the first down to the 39-yard line.
First and 10 for the Cavaliers. That's a 39-yard line.
So the Cavaliers right where they started their last drive. That's being at the 39-yard line. Williams again, and Thompson misses in the backfield, but not missing. Kadeem Williams.
Loss of 4 on the play, back to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 14.
So 2nd and 14. For the Cavaliers. Emerson and O'Quinn come near side. That's Cribbs in motion. Vick to throw. Threads the needle, first down. That's O'Quinn to the 44. That's a 17-yard pickup. 3 Indians around, and Quinn put it right in between them. Vick put it right in between them to O'Quinn. The Cavaliers a first down at the Indian 44. Clock running 2 minutes to go here, opening period. 12-0 Penn Hills. Williams. Right into the arms of the Indians. Gabe Wright. Gain of a yard, it's 2nd down and 9. Clock under a buck and a half to go here, first period. Beautiful night out here. Here when we first got here, up on the roof, and wind was blowing, but it seems to have settled down. Vick will throw. Looking to set up the screen. Yes, he does. There it is. There's Williams, and the Indians are there, but they'll be close to a first down at the 45. Looks like they'll be a yard short. 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. As I mentioned, they like to throw them screens. Williams going left side. Will have the first down and more. Trying to get to the sideline. Does. Thompson finally rides him out of bounds. At the 22-yard line. 13 yards on a 3rd and 1. So give them the 21, 14 yards on the gain. 1st and 10 Cavaliers at the Indian 21. Vick looking right side, has a man to pass, complete to O'Quinn. Touchdown, Kiski. Cavaliers get on the board with 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 21 seconds to go, first period. Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Cavaliers answer the Indian drive with one of their own, 9 plays, 73 yards. Take almost 4.5 minutes to do it.
Number 8, Javon Taylor.
Mix up the run and the pass.
And number 2, Jordan Rock.
And the Cavaliers back in it at 12-7, Penn Hills. Cavaliers squib it. Picked up Brown at the 31-yard line, looking for somewhere to go, and there is nowhere to go. He'll get up to about the 33, 34-yard line. We'll mark him at the 34.
Johnson on the stop at the 34-yard line.
And the Indian offense have finally got something going. In fact, the Indian offense has only had one possession now that I realize it here. 2 touchdowns, one defensively, one offensively. Cavaliers have had the ball 3 times here in the quarter. This is the Indians' second opportunity. And Fulton will have Chris Darby behind him. Indians go double tight. Mason will go in motion left to right. They'll really go unbalanced to the right. Quick screen. Eiffel has it. Eiffel across the 40. Eiffel will have a first down for the Indians in Cavalier territory at the 48-yard line. 19 yards. Should be the final play of the first period. And it will be. After one period of play, Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7. You're watching Indians football on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Second quarter about to get underway. The Indians first down, Cavalier territory at the 47-yard line. Blakeman through a hole. We'll pick up a few down to the 44-yard line. Call it the 44. 3 for Blakeman. It'll be second down and 7. Brown and Washington near side. Eiffel, top of your screen. That's Williams in front of Blakeman in the eye behind Fulton. Fulton straight drop. Looks. Eiffel open and he drops the ball. I mean, that was a bullet coming into Eiffel. And it'll bring up a third down for the Indians. Clock will stop with 11:21 to go here. Early second quarter. Brown and Eiffel to the left side. Boobin comes in motion as the end to the near side. Here comes Eiffel. Toss, Blakeman. Cavaliers are waiting for him, and he'll get nothing. And it'll bring up fourth down for the Indians at the 44-yard line. And I think this time the Indians will most probably kick it. I think the Cavaliers will be waiting. But again, they dropped 2 men back, it looks like. You're the Cavaliers, you put 10 men up front. This time it goes to Blakeman, and this time Blakeman kicks it high, short. Take an Indian bounce inside the 30, and they will down it at the 27-yard line. 17-yard punt for the Indians. 10:28 to go here in the half. And the Cavaliers will have it at their own 27-yard line where they began their touchdown drive on their last possession. That being in quarter number 1. So the Indians 2 offensive possessions, a 77-yard touchdown drive, and this time they go 4 plays and out. 4 plays, 22 yards. And Vick in the shotgun. He'll hand it off underneath Williams, near side. Williams with some room. Williams across the 45 in Penn Hills territory. Finally, Washington with the tackle at the 42. 31 yards. And the Cavaliers move it quickly. Kiski, 4 receivers on the field, 1 back. And they'll keep it on the ground, and nothing doing there is Aaron Donald once again. Big tackle, loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
second down and 11 for the Cavaliers. 43. Official timeout. And we're ready to go.
And after the official timeout, we are underway here. Vick from the shotgun on a second down and 12. Vick will throw and a pass almost intercepted by Mason. They're going to roll it complete. Yes, they are. Zach Murdoch with the reception. It'll be close to a first down. Needed 12, got 11. It'll be third and a yard.
In less than a yard. At the 33-yard line of Penn Hill.
And the Cavaliers will have the first down. Needed one. Got two.
Carry the ball down to the 30-yard line. Just up on the play by number 61, Barry Morrison. First and 10 for the Cavaliers. At the Penn Hills.
So the Cavaliers get a fresh set at the Indian 30-yard line. 8.5 to go here in the first half. Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7. Vick to throw, wide receiver screen. The Indians are there. And they'll still pick up a few. A flag will come in. I think it's going to be a face mask call against the Indians.
It's the Indians.
Number 5. Grabbing the face mask by the defense. 15-yard penalty results in first down.
15 yards.
So the 15 yards at the end of the play.
Move the ball inside the 20-yard line.
Move them down to the 13-yard line.
Actually spotted down at the 13-yard line. Will be first down and 10 for Kiski Area.
First down for the Cavaliers.
The Penn Hills Indians.
Threatening again. Williams. And the Indians are there waiting. Aaron Donald and Mike Floyd.
Number 51, Doug Smith, and on the tackle. To gain a yard of the play.
I'm going to say he picked up a yard. It'll be second down and 9 now for the Cavaliers. Toss right side. Looking for some room to go is Big Williams. Races towards the end zone, and he'll be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Washington comes up to make the tackle. They're going to mark him at the 5.
Down near the 5-yard line.
Be a 7-yard pickup. It'll be third down and 2.
Knocked out of bounds by Chris Washington. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. Will be third down and a long one.
And it'll be first and goal, Cavaliers. Oh, our roster says Williams. I keep calling him Brett Gunn. So I guess we'll call him Brett Gunn.
2-yard line where it'll be first down and hold it up.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mike Floyd is on the stop for Penn Hills.
Gunn looking for somewhere to go. The Indians stringing him out, and they'll ride him out of bounds. Teddy Blakeman. With the tackle, which would be no gain on the play, maybe a loss of a yard. But it'll be second down and goal for the Cavaliers. Looking to take the lead is Kiski Area.
A loss of a yard in the play.
It is a loss of a yard.
Second down, goal to go from the 3-yard line.
Offset eye, Gunn. And the Indians say no. Blakeman made the first hit. Kadeem Williams finished it off. And it'll be third and goal. And the Cavaliers will call timeout. 5:56 to go, first half. Penn Hills 12, Kiski 7. The Cavaliers looking to take the lead when we come back here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Third and goal for the Cavaliers. Play action on the reverse. O'Quinn does not get in. DJ Wilds will stop him at the 1. It'll be fourth and goal from the 1, and the Cavaliers will call another timeout. Oh my. Cavaliers drive started back at their own 27-yard line.
Timeout, Cavaliers.
11 plays later, they are at fourth and goal at the 1-yard line, and we'll take a break. 5:49 to go. Cavaliers knocking on the door. Fourth and goal at the 1. Gunn. No, he doesn't do it. He does not make it in. The Indians stand him at the 1. Oh my, you had to see this one. First and goal from the 3. The Cavaliers, 4 shots at it, do not get in. And the Indians at the 1. In fact, no, he's going to be stacked for a loss of a yard. They're going to mark him at the 2. Wow. Power eye behind Fulton. I think the Indians are just going to look to try to get themselves some breathing room out of that end zone. And Blakeman does it. He gets smacked. But he'll get out to the 4-yard line. We'll pick up 2. It'll be second down and 8. Under 5.5 and running. Actually, going to pick up a 3 to the 5. Blakeman again. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets up across the 10, will be close to a first down. Looks like he'll be about a yard short. Give him 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Indians. Holy cow, first down here for the Indians will be huge. Mason will be in front of Blakeman. Stephon Thompson dots the I. Blakeman again, dives ahead. We'll have a first down out close to the 15-yard line. Needed one, got 3 to the 14. Now the Indians a little bit of more room to work with, but I don't doubt the Indians will get too crazy here, especially with the clock rolling close to 4 minutes to go here in the half. The Indians are up by 5. They do get the ball to start half number 2. And the Indians will call timeout. 3:58 to go here, first half. Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Indians straight to the line of scrimmage following the huddle. Twins to the near side. Looks like nobody is covering Washington. And launching up the sidelines towards Brown. And off his hands at the 39-yard line. So clock will stop with 3:52.
Second and 10.
And the Indians with a 2nd and 10. Thompson goes in motion. Fulton will throw. Shuffle pass, and there's Blakeman with some room. One man, the Brady does get by him. Second man will come up and make the tackle. Blakeman did a nice job to avoid a loss. Gets up to the 20-yard line. 6 yards on the shuffle pass. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Indians 2 timeouts left. Kiski with 1. Clock under 3.5. It's at 3:20 and running. That give Blakeman 7 yards. It's called 3rd and 3. Brandon Eiffel near side. Dante Brown up top. I formation behind Fulton. Eiffel one-on-one. Wow. Play action. No, it is. Fulton does give the ball off. Chris Darby got 2. The Indians will be looking at 4th and a yard. And the punting unit comes in, as it should. So the Indians will take as much time as they can here. Blakeman, high snap, gets the kick down. Nice kick. Blakeman has the kick go dead at the 48-yard line. Martez Hobson will down it. In fact, they're going to mark him at the 47-yard line. 2:18 to go. Again, the Cavaliers have 1 timeout left. Nice field position at the 47. Joined us late. The Indians up 12-0. Barry Morrison got things going as he returned an intercepted fumble. 27 yards for a touchdown. Then Teddy Blakeman a 1-yard run. The Indians up 12-0. Cavaliers have cut it to 12-7, and then the Indians, after the Cavaliers had 1st and goal at the 3, hold. And it stays 12-7, and the Cavalier faithful not liking the running game here at Davis Field in Vandergrift. Kiski trips to the right. Vick from the shotgun, rolls to his right, looks that way, throws, has the pass complete at the 45-yard line. Washington and Williams on the coverage. So it's O'Quinn, 7-yard pickup. And the Cavaliers go no huddle as we're at 1:15 and running. Vic looking right, looking underneath the pass, thrown right behind, almost caught by Clark Cribbs. He threw that ball about 2 feet over towards the right. Cribbs is running his way to West Leechburg. So now the Cavaliers with a 4th and 3. Clock stops with 1:13. And the Cavaliers will go for it. Pardon me. Fighting off something that's been going around all week. Like, Bob, did you know before the coaches show yesterday, it was the first words I spoke all week? I couldn't talk all week. Some folks would be wishing I still couldn't talk.
Delay of the game. On the offense.
So now the Cavaliers take a delay of game, but the only thing was that the clock wasn't running. I don't know if they were trying to kill some time, but the incomplete pass, so there was no running clock. So as they just, I don't know if they were planning on going for it on 4th and 3, but now at 4th and 8. Cavaliers will punt. Kadeem Williams. And this kick short. And will go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Indians will have it with 1:06 to go. And they're going to mark it to 25. So the Indians have 2 timeouts to see if they can do something with the ball. They got 1:06. Are they able to get? Here's the scenario: the Indians get the ball to start the second half. So if the Indians are able to go down the field now and get some points, then come out in the second half and get more, they can put this game away. They have an opportunity right here. But the Indians got $1:06 on the clock, 2 timeouts left. Look at the cushion they're giving Washington on the near side. Wow. And it looks like the Indians are going to try to run out the clock. Blakeman, no gain.
Number 32, Blakeman. Stop for no gain.
And the Indians appear to be in no hurry.
And Quentin Knight on the stop.
Fulton will throw, launching one downfield, and a pass too far.
Fulton's pass
It was intended for Thompson.
Eiffel.
Brandon Eiffel also over that way. Kind of fell between Thompson and Eiffel. And the clock will stop with 30 seconds to go. And the Indians looking at a 3rd and 10. I think what you'll see here is the Indians keep it on the ground. If they don't make the first down, the Cavaliers use their final timeout.
25-yard line with 30 seconds remaining in the half.
Thompson and Blakeman split behind Fulton. It'll be tossed left side. Teddy Blakeman looking for some room. And Blakeman goes out of bounds.
Ball carrier, number 32, Teddy Blakeman.
Picks up 5. It'll be 4th and 5, but the Cavaliers get to save their timeout because Blakeman went out of bounds. Clock will stop with 24 seconds to go. In fact, they're going to give Blakeman 7. Up to the 32, it'll be 4th and 3. Blakeman's kick almost blocked. And the Cavaliers will watch it roll. The Indians would do well just to let it roll as much as they could.
Blakeman's punt is down inside.
So the Cavaliers will have it with 14 seconds to go at their own 33-yard line, and see what the Cavaliers do. Again, the Indians do get the ball to start the second half. Offense did manage to scratch out a 77-yard drive for a touchdown. That answered with a 73-yard drive by the Cavaliers. Difference in the game, the opening score, the Barry Morrison fumble recovery. On the sack, the ball popped out of the air, out of Vic's hands, right into Barry Morrison, who rumbled to 27 yards. The Indians were up 6-0. Vic slips in the backfield, goes down at the 27-yard line. That'll be a loss of 6 and the end of the half. After one half of play, it's Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7 back for second half action here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
Number 63, Zach Sherrick will kick off for the Cavaliers to open the second half. 3 deep for Penn Hills.
Second half action about to get underway here at Davis Field in Vandergrift. The Indians up 12-7, and our second half is underway. Short kickoff, rolled, picked up by, can't even see the number here. It looks like an 8. It's got to be Devon Taylor who goes up the sideline, and that's who it is. Devon Taylor up to the 49-yard line.
To midfield.
Going to mark him right at the 50.
Runs him out of bounds at the midfield stripe. A 34-yard return.
So Taylor returns at 34 yards. And the Indians have great field position. Indians up 12-0 in the first quarter.
From the 50.
Indians got on the board first. Barry Morrison returned an intercepted fumble as a sack of Josh Vick. The ball popped in the air. Morrison caught it, rumbled 27 yards. Indians up 12-0. Then Teddy Blakeman, a 1-yard run. The Indians up 12-0 after one. The Cavaliers cut it to 12-7, and then the Indians, big goal line stance in the second quarter. There's a pass out to the left side. Stephon Thompson will pick up about 7. Cavaliers had a first and goal at the 3-yard line. 4 plays later, the Indians had the ball at the 2.
Godson and Landowski on the tackle.
So the score remained 12-7. That's where we are here, just underway in quarter number 3.
With the Cavaliers 43.
So now the Indians looking at a 2nd and 7. Brown and Washington left. Brandon Eiffel right below us here on the near side. Thompson will come in motion this way. And it'll be tossed. Blakeman has a bit of a hole. Can he get to the outside? He does. But a paw comes in to trip him up. He'll have a first down at the 37-yard line.
He carries the ball inside the
He'll pick up 6 on a 2nd down and 3, and it'll be a first down for the Indians.
And he picks up the first down. Number 85, Zach Murdoch on the tackle.
Zach Murdoch got the paw out for the
Penn Hills,
Cavaliers.
38.
Oh, as Blakeman was off and running. Blakeman up the gut, busts it to the outside, looks for some room, gets inside the 35 to the 34. Gains 4, does Teddy.
Landowski
That'll be 2nd down and 6. Looked like it wanted to come off center on the right side. Got stacked up there. Blakeman then broke to the left where he had a bit of a seam and was able to surge ahead for the 4 yards before the Cavaliers finally able to bring him down. Now the Indians looking at a 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Cavalier 34-yard line. Clock running, just under 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. I formation behind Fulton. And he'll throw, looks. Brown holds on to it. Cuts back inside the 30-yard line. Finally, the 4th man brings him down. Brett Gunn. And he'll be at about the 29-yard line. 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
Ball shy on the first down by a yard. Inside the 30 and the 29, 3rd down and 1.
Brown splits right. Eiffel left. I formation. Williams this time behind Blakeman. It's Kadeen looking to the outside. Has a lane. Had some room to go. Tyler Bettle got a paw in on Williams.
Assisted by Matt Lentowski.
But not until after he was able to pick up the 1st down.
For Penn Hills, with the ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Make it the 26.
8 yards for Kadeem. 1st and 10 Indians at the 26-yard line. Clock under 9 minutes in running here in the 3rd quarter. The Indians up 12-7, looking for more. Thompson in front of Blakeman. Here goes Eiffel in motion. Fulton's going to throw. Is he looking for Boobin? No, throws underneath for Thompson. And Thompson unable to hold on to it at the 15-yard line. Nice effort, but unable to come down with it is Stephon Thompson. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Clock stops, 8:38 to go. Indians 2nd down and 10 at the Cavalier 26-yard line. They lead 12-7 here in quarter number 3. Eiffel out, Darby. And the Indians look like they were a bit confused, and Fulton calls time. 8:38 to go, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 12, Kiski Area 7. You're watching Indians football here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
And Thursday, the Ninth Graders will host Burrell High School here at Davis Field. Second and 10 from the 26.
Fulton fumbles the snap. It looks like he's able to fall on it, and he does.
By the quarterback, Fulton.
So now 3rd down and 10. And Chris Darby goes out. Eiffel comes this way. Dante Brown the other way. Boobin, the tight end, on the near side. Pro set for the Indians. Fulton will throw. Looks underneath. The pass complete. 1st down. Indians inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. There's your backup quarterback, Nick Boobin, with the reception. And the Indians move the sticks.
First down pass is complete from Fulton to number 11, Nick Boobin.
14 yards and a 1st down. Fulton to Boobin.
Tackle, 12-yard pickup.
And the Indians inch closer.
Ball be
In
spotted.
fact, they're at the 12-yard line. Fulton throws underneath, has a man. The pass complete. Touchdown, Penn Hills. Stephon Thompson with the reception, and the Indians on the board again.
Complete to number 30. Stephon Thompson for a 12-yard touchdown.
It looked like it might have been a broken play initially. Either that or the Kiski rush got in there quickly. Fulton did a nice job to avoid the rush. Got out, saw Stephon Thompson underneath. And he was able, he hauled it in about the 5-yard line and bowled his way into the end zone. And the Indians extend their lead, and they will go for 2. Mason, Thompson, Blakeman. It's Mason deep in the eye. And now Thompson and Teddy Blakeman will split. Fulton throws underneath. The pass caught, and it is good. The conversion is good. They stripped the ball after the reception. Brandon Ifo held on to it.
Into the end zone.
And the conversion attempt is good. 7:34 to go. Third quarter. Penn Hills 20. Kiski 7 here on the MSA Sports Network.
34 remaining in the third quarter.
Indians go 50 yards in 9 plays. Opening drive of the second half, extend the lead 20-7. 7:34 to go here in quarter number 3. And now Farraco will kick off once again.
Number 6, Mike Farraco, will kick off for Penn Hills. Jackson and Gunn deep for the Cavaliers.
Farraco's kicks getting deeper, this time to the 10-yard line. And Kiski will go down at the 34.
34-yard line.
It's a nice drive by the Indians. See how the defense will respond now.
Cavalier ball, first down and 10.
Cavaliers come out keeping it on the ground, and the Indians will drop them for a loss of 4. Gunn.
For a loss on the play. Number 40, Dan Mason.
It was Dan Mason who came up to make the tackle.
The loss of 5.
And the Indians going the wrong way. They'll lose 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 15. Cavaliers trailed by 12 early. They now trail by 13 here in quarter number 3. Vick, quick snap, looks on the slant. The pass almost intercepted by Washington. They're going to throw a flag in on the play.
The pass was incomplete, intended for a Quinn.
TJ Wilds, I think, was on the coverage. And let's see what they're going to call. A pass interference against the Indians.
Against the Penn Hills.
So the 15-yard penalty. Give Kiski a first down. I didn't see it.
10 yards to go.
Gunn. Nowhere to go. The ball comes out. Vick has it. It'll be dropped back at the 35.
Football, fumbles it, recovered by Vick. At the 35-yard line.
That'll be a 10-yard loss on the play. It'll be second down and 20. Oh, my. The Indians are just coming alive here. It was Gabe Wright with the contact, which forced the ball loose. And Josh Vick happened to be standing directly behind it, 10 yards behind the play, and the ball came right to him. So Kiski dodges one there, but they lose 10 yards. It's second down and 20. Vick under pressure, and he's sacked back at the 25.
Quarterback Josh Vick thrown for a loss.
Kadeem Williams.
To the 25-yard line. Kadeem Williams in on that tackle.
And another 10-yard loss.
Ball spotted at 26.
It's now 3rd and 20. So following the questionable pass interference penalty, which gave them the first down at the 40, from the 30 to the 45. They've lost 10 and lost 10. It's 3rd and 30. The Indians brought the house on that one. They like to come from Vic's left. Give him the pressure. Vic setting up the screen. Throws underneath. There it is. Gunn. Really nowhere to go. The Indians will give him 5 yards. And it's Williams, Wilds, and Blakeman on the coverage. 4-yard pickup. It's 4th and 26, and the Indians will drop Williams back and look to get the ball back.
Clark Cribs in punt formation for Kiski. Kadeem Williams in single safety.
Nice booming kick. Williams catches it, fumbles it at the 32-yard line, picks it up, and manages to return it up to the 38-yard line. So the Indians get away with one there. Talk about the Kiski Area Cavalier drive.
Turns it to the 38-yard line.
5 plays,
Just at the last
minus 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the Penn Hills.
And a minus 5-yard run, the 15-yard penalty. Then on the fumble, minus 10, the sack, minus 10, and they had a 4-yard reception. So now the Indian offense again with an opportunity, and they're giving Dante Brown a cushion near side. And here comes Nick Boobin. Wide receiver screen. Brandon Eiffel breaks a tackle across the 40. Had another man to beat, was unable to do it. Otherwise, he might still be running into the Kiski River, which is off to our right. But Eiffel will pick up 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4.
A gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 43.
High formation behind Fulton. Fulton sends Blakeman in motion.
Timeout.
And the Indians call timeout. Don't even get a bit of confusion here. The Indians will use their 2nd timeout of the half. 3:34 to go, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 20, Kiski 7 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Indians talking things over on the far side. Well, the officials set the play clock. The Indians have to move a little quickly. Go straight to the line, do the Indians.
2nd down and 4 yards to go.
And the Cavaliers jump off sides. Let's wait for the call. Should be a 1st down for the Indians. And I believe that's the 2nd penalty of the game against the Cavaliers. First one was a face mask call, which gave the Indians a 1st down inside the 10-yard line.
Ball was spotted at the 49-yard line at Penn Hills.
It was a half the distance to the goal penalty on a 1st down play, so it didn't give the Indians a 1st and goal. And that on their touchdown drive in quarter number 1. So Indians with a 1st down at the Cavalier 49-yard line. Ryan Erickson in motion to the near side. Fulton will look. Dante Brown up the sideline, and the pass too far.
Fulton's pass intended as Brown is incomplete. Coverage on the play by O'Quinn.
That one almost went into the stands.
2nd and 10 from the
So the clock will stop with 3:29 to go here, third quarter. Indians 2nd and 10 at their own 49. One touchdown already in this quarter. Fulton to Thompson, 12-yard pass. And then Fulton to Eiffel on the conversion. Fulton, play action, rolls, throws, underneath the pass. Thompson inside the 40. Thompson down inside the 30-yard line to the 29.
Number 18, Tom Fulton, complete step, rollout pass.
23 yards.
30, Stephon Thompson.
Should be 22 yards. Indians with a first down at the Cavalier 29. So I mentioned late in the first half when the Indians had the ball, if they had been able to go downfield and score, and come out in the second half and score on their opening drive, they really would put the game away. And they did come out here in the second half, but they didn't score in the first half. But now the Indians looking to extend the lead even further. Blakeman has a hole inside the 25, inside the 20. Dragged out from behind, just shy of the 15-yard line.
Into the Kiski area secondary. Brought down by number 44, Tyler.
15 yards for Blakeman and a first down for the Indians. Ball at the 16. The Indians go without the huddle.
At the 16-yard.
And look at the cushion on Eiffel near side. And Eiffel flinched.
Penalty marker.
So we'll go against the Indians. Brandon Eiffel just leaned forward before the snap.
Flag to the snap. Ball started by the offense.
So they'll mark it back to the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. Again, the Indians were going after that cushion on Eiffel. I think he was just a bit anxious. Was Brandon.
Ball will be marked down at the 21-yard line. Will be first down and 15.
Now Darby behind Thompson. And Chris Darby bounces into the line, tries to go to the outside, gets inside the 20 to the 19. Picks up 2.
Zach Murdoch.
And it'll be 2nd down and 13. In fact, we're going to mark him at the 20, gain of 1, 2nd and 14. For those of you keeping score at home. Again, a cushion on Eiffel, near side. And it's Teddy Blakeman busted near side inside the 10, 5, touchdown Teddy Blakeman!
The 32, Teddy Blakeman into the end zone for a Penn Hills touchdown.
I talk about Tommy Fulton selling the play fake as well as anybody. And I think he sold them not on the play fake, but on the pass. Because everybody thought Fulton had the ball, and Blakeman came right side.
Mike Caracco will attempt the extra point. Penn Hills.
And went to 20 yards for the touchdown. And the Indians will fake it. And Willie Moore does not get in.
Holder is denied. 2-point conversion. Burner going to put on the stop.
So the Indians go 62 yards in 6 plays.
Kiski area trails.
And with 1:17 to go here, third quarter, it's Penn Hills 26, Kiski Area 7, here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Faracco teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Faracco this time squibs it, bounces, taken at the 30-yard line. And Kadeem Williams will make the tackle at the 36. So back to the touchdown. I think teams are starting to say, watch Fulton on that play fake. And the way he came out, he snuck the ball into Blakeman and had his hand out on the hip like he had the ball. And everybody went for him. And Blakeman came out, and it was like, you could see Kiski turning around and saying, uh-oh. And Blakeman was off 20 yards. Now the Cavaliers down by 19 with 1:11 to go here in the third. And Washington playing deep center field. Pass picked off. Stephon Thompson looking for some blocks. Gets one from the official. And we'll get inside the 30, 25, and we'll go down at the 22-yard line. Indians get it right back in great field position. And they're going to mark him at the 22. So now the Indians really an opportunity to put this one away.
First and 10, Penn Hills.
Get the offense back out there. And, of course, I'm always a proponent of when you get a turnover deep like this. Go for it on the first play. Twins left. And there goes the play fake. Boobin over the middle. No, he's going to go underneath. Nick Boobin wide open in the end zone. And Fulton didn't see him. Oh, my. Had Blakeman underneath, that's where he went.
Blakeman is incomplete. Brings about a second and 10 from the 22.
Holy cow, I was watching the play, not the monitor. I don't know if you could see that on a television, but Boobin was open. Hey, Fulton had 3 large blue jerseys heading in on him. The first white jersey he saw was Blakeman underneath, and that's where he went. Fulton again. Brown on the slant. And the pass incomplete. Brown unable to hold on to it. And the Indians looking at a 3rd and 10. I hope the Indians aren't looking at squandering an opportunity here.
Third down and 10.
I think the Indians are definitely in 4-down territory. Eiffel now splits near side. Kiski on a blitz, and Darby
That's number 34, Darby with the football.
will get to the 20. A flag will come in. And it looks like it's going to be a holding call against the Indians at the 25-yard line. And there is an injured Cavalier. So we'll take a break. 41 seconds to go here, third quarter, 26-7 Penn Hills here on Comcast and MSA Sports Network.
The Cavaliers.
Down there with the camera that keeps going out there in the huddles and stuff and filming from above. And
I don't know who that is. I seen it. Must be a parent. Can you let a parent do that? Could be Friday night. I've got the camera on close up to them if you want it. You want that?
sure. After the injured Cavalier comes off the field, you see the Indians in the huddle.
The play resumes. It'll be third down.
And following the penalty, it's going to be 3rd and 22. Indians back to 35, 3rd and 23. Clock rolling under 30 seconds to go here in the third. Eiffel one-on-one at the top of your screen. Erickson in motion, goes right to left. And Kadeem Williams fumbles it, picks it up, goes to the outside. Williams up the sideline. Touchdown, Kadeem Williams! On a 3rd and 23, Kadeem Williams goes 35 yards. And the Indians score again. Williams was stripped at the ball. It bounced in front of him. He picked it up and away he went. So I think technically that's a fumble return for a touchdown and not a run. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm marking it as a 35-yard run, not a 33-yard fumble return. Bracco's kick is up, and it's good. And with 2 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, the Indians extend their lead 33-7. The Indians go 22 yards in 3 plays. The 35-yard run. And the Indians on the board again. 2 seconds to go, third quarter. 33-7, Penn Hills over Kiski here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Bracco sets it up again. This will do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers pick it up at the 25-yard line. And will take over at their own 40.
Returns the kickoff to the 40-yard line.
So that'll do it for quarter number 3. Fourth quarter action coming your way next. 12 minutes to go here in this game. It's the Indians 33, the Cavaliers 7 here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
First and 10 for the Cavaliers from their own 40-yard line.
Cavaliers now trail by 26. First and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Fourth quarter just underway. Vick throws. Pass complete near side. Short gain, about 4 yards on the play. It's Clark Cribbs.
Clark Cribbs. A gain of about 4 on the play.
On about 4. Second down and 6. Clock stops as he got out of bounds with 11:53. So the Cavaliers are going to have to try to move quickly.
Second down and 6.
They'll need 4 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Vick flushed out of the pocket, throws, has a man wide open, and the pass complete. Tyler Emerson takes a shot from Chris Washington, but holds on to it at the 36-yard line. That's 20 yards. And it's first down, Kiski. Vick was flushed out of the pocket, and Emerson was able to come free in the zone. And the Cavaliers move down to the 36. A lot of time left in this one, 11 and a half. But Kiski needs 4 scores. Vick is sacked, coming, busting right through the line. Mr. Touchdown himself, Barry Morrison. Back to the 42-yard line. It'll be second and 16. It's like nobody touched Morrison. He just came straight through and just brought Vick down. Notice that brace on his left knee of Josh Vick. Blew that knee out last year at Penn Hills. Trips left. There it is, the wide receiver screen, and the Indians are there. Flag will come in.
Pass is complete to Tyler Emerson. Stephon Thompson on the tackle. Flags on the play.
This will be a holding call against
Preliminary signal against the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers. Holding call will be marked off from the spot of the foul, which is the 36-yard line. So they'll mark it back to the 46, which is actually a loss of 4. As you look at the net result.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. Second down.
Stat-wise, a pass complete for 6 yards, and then the 10-yard penalty in the spot of the foul.
Second down and 20
So it's now at 2nd and 20. Vick under pressure, gets the pass away, and a pass complete again to Emerson to the 37-yard line.
Vick to Emerson.
It's about 9.
Coverage on the play.
And it'll be 3rd and 11.
At the
So
30.
they call it 8, 3rd and 12.
It'll be 3rd down and 12.
In the quiet little cozy town of Vandergrift, Pennsylvania, Davis Field. Once a minor league baseball stadium. Vick will tuck it under and run. And the umpire gets into the play at the 31.
Inside the 40-yard line and then 35. Number 59, Aaron Donald on the stop. A gain of 7.
And it's Aaron Donald with the tackle. About an 8-yard pickup. 4th and 5 now for the Cavaliers. Get it from the shotgun. Vick looking, pressure, throws, man across the middle to pass complete, touchdown, penalty flag at the 24.
Tyler Emerson. Indians up for a touchdown as a flag on the play.
Officials are going to be discussing it at the 40-yard line. Holding call against the Indians. The touchdown stands.
Penalty against Penn Hills.
Holding. By the defense. Defensively, the touchdown stands. Defensively, take it on the kickoff.
31-yard touchdown pass. Vick to Emerson.
They say they marked a penalty off on the kickoff. The penalty should simply be declined. Well, they do half the distance to the goal, but and the kick is blocked.
The extra point attempt is blocked. That was number 40, Dan Mason.
Dan Mason comes in to block it, and it's 33 to 13. Indians up by 20 with 8:59 to go here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network.
Against Woodland Hills. That Thursday night game with Woodland Hills will start at 7 o'clock.
So the officials do mark off the holding call. Kiski will kick off from the 50 and trailing by 20 with 8:59 to go. I think we all know what's coming.
The penalty has been assessed. The kickoff will take place from the 50-yard line. Eiffel and Darby back to receive.
Eiffel, Darby are back. The Indians have 9 men way up front waiting for the onside kick. And here it comes. And it looks like the Cavaliers touched it before the... Yes, they did. There come the penalty flags. The Cavaliers touched it before it went 10 yards.
The onside kick was recovered, but it appears that there are flags in the field.
Officials talk it over.
Illegal touch of the kick. By the kicking team, they touched it before it went 10 yards.
So I think they re-kick.
One of the illegal touch awarded to the receiving team.
No, the Indians get it at the 41-yard line.
The ball is put into play for the 41-yard line. First and 10.
So now, you think you'll see Tommy Fulton throwing the ball? Nah. So Kiski puts 8 men in the box. Oh, Fulton will throw. Down the right sideline, the pass complete. Brandon Eiffel up the sideline. Touchdown, Penn Hills.
15, Tom Fulton's pass complete. Number 1, Brandon Eiffel for a Penn Hills touchdown.
Fulton to Eiffel, 59 yards. The Indians strike right back. Oh, my. I'm looking at the receivers in one-on-one coverage on the flats, and I'm thinking, why not? And they did. And Eiffel up the sideline. And the Indians trying to make it 40. Fracco's kick up. And it's good. 8-4. Indian scoring drive, 1 play, 59 yards. Oh, about 14 seconds. 8:46 to go. 40-13 Penn Hills here on Comcast and the MSA Sports Network. Now we mentioned that Kiski had 8 men in the box. Almost 9. Figuring the Indians were going to run the ball. Eiffel and Dante Brown one-on-one coverage. I'm looking, thinking, why not go for it? Son of a gun, they did. So it's 40-13. The Indians exploding tonight. Fracco squibs it, picked up at the 25-yard line. And as a loose football, the Cavaliers will have it. Tariq Godson with the return, fumbled, picked up by Jeff Jackson. And the Cavaliers will have it at the 32-yard line. So the Indians back up by 27. Vic under pressure, and Vic will be sacked. No, he won't. He throws the ball away to nobody. If they don't roll it a sack, it'll be an intentional grounding. They will roll it a sack back at the 26. Aaron Donald be credited with the sack. And it's been a long night tonight for Josh Vick, one of the top quarterbacks in the WPIAL. I'm just surprised you just don't see Kiski throwing the ball downfield. With the arm that he has. Down by 27 with 7:45 to go. You think that's what they'd want to do. Hit as he throws, and the ball is picked off on the far side. Thompson.
Next pass is intercepted by number 30, Stephon Thompson.
His second interception of the game at the 33-yard line.
Kiski Area 33-yard line.
And Penn Hills will have it at the 33-yard line with 7:41 to go. Now, do you think you'll see the Indians run the ball? We just don't know, do we? Well, I think if the Cavaliers stack that box.
Cell phone that has been found in the press box.
And they do again. And Darby will run the ball.
Number 34, Chris Darby, the ball carrier.
Up to the 29.
The quarterback for Penn Hills is Nick Seifert.